Hi there, my name is Ingafay, and I am so excited that you're here, girlfriend. If you are a female entrepreneur with introverted tendencies, this video is for you because I am going to share with you how to network like an introvert. And you may be thinking, well, why do I need to know that? Well, as business owners, we want to expand our networks because when we're out of leads, we're definitely out of business. So we want to find ways that we can authentically connect with people, build those genuine connections that are actually going to convert into referral partners, collaborations, as well as clients that will help us continue to thrive and grow our business, not only just for one-time sales, but for repeat business that we can serve and build loyalty with our customers over and over again. So let's do this, shall we? I wanted to share with you, like I said, my framework that's called Network Like an Introvert. And it's all about helping us use our innate gifts as introverts to grow and prosper our business. And this is a 3-step framework that I will be actually sharing with you. And the first step of the framework is called prepare. Now, as introverts, we live our life from the inside out. So it's very imperative that we take time to prepare because we are very much deep thinkers. You know, our preferred communication mode is writing. So we kind of got to think through and really write down things that we are passionate about and really care about. So when it comes to networking, that's exactly what I want you to do is take that time to ponder and really plan ahead before you go to the event. And here are a couple of questions that I want you to ask yourself. First and foremost, who are you looking to meet? Typically, when I go to a networking event, there are really 3 types of people that I'm looking for. I'm looking for prospects, first and foremost. I'm looking for referral partners. I'll share a little bit more about how you can attract those referral partners immediately. And second, I'm looking for collaborations. And the reason I'm looking for collaborations is because I know that there are possibly people there that have the same target market as I do, but they provide a different service. So if we can connect and build a genuine connection together, we can double our community that much faster because we're meeting with somebody that has similar clients as far as the type of client, but we provide a different service so we can really grow and expand together. So when it comes to another question that you want to ask is after you figure out who you're looking for, you also want to kind of figure out how many people are you looking to meet. I know oftentimes as introverts, when we go to a networking event, we will be in the back corner talking to someone the whole time. But the whole point of the networking event is to network. So it's imperative for you to really be able to decide how many people you're going to meet and how you're going to mingle amongst the crowd while you're there. So that's another question that you want to ask yourself. And then in an effort to prepare, this is a must do what I'm about to share with you now, is you want to have a one-liner intro. And this one-liner intro is not giving someone your business title. This one-liner intro is really letting people know what you do, who you serve, and how you serve them. So the intro is going to look like this. I help whoever your target market is achieve whatever transformation your product or service is going to provide with your framework. And your framework would typically be what services you provide or what your product is. So here's mine, just to kind of give you something to think about. I help female entrepreneurs with introverted tendencies with their lead generation and sales process with my authentic sales accelerator method. So that way, when I connect with people at a networking event, they know I serve female entrepreneurs that are with introverted tendencies. They know that I help them with their lead generation and sales process. And my method of doing that is my authentic sales accelerator method. You want to have that too, because you just telling somebody that you're a business coach or you're some kind of consultant or whatever you do is not helping them better understand who you serve, how you serve them, and how you can help them. So you want to make sure that when you introduce yourself, that you immediately let them know who you serve, how you serve them, and who you help, so that when they are talking to you or you're engaging with them in a conversation, that people are coming to mind and you guys can really connect and build that genuine connection while you're there, okay? And then just another note, and we'll talk about this a little bit later, but I'm just gonna say it really quickly now. Don't try to build the connection all at one time. when you are connecting with the folks at the networking event, it's similar to dating. I'm pretty sure your significant other, you didn't meet them at one place and then marry them tomorrow. It's the same thing when you're interacting and networking with people. This is a date that you're connecting with them, and hopefully you will create another opportunity for you guys to connect again so you can get to know and further establish the relationship, whether it be a prospect, a referral partner, or a collaborator. Okay? All right, so that is the first step of my framework, is to prepare. The second step is to step outside of your comfort zone. And I'm sure when you're seeing this, you're probably cringing as an introvert. What is she going to try to get me to do? I am going to get you to do what you naturally do. And many of us are naturally inquisitive. So I want you to look at this quote and think really hard and long about this, that you are braver than you are believe, you're smarter than you seem, and you're stronger than you think. And you can do this, girlfriend. And I'm going to help you do it with this next framework that I'm going to share with you, the push framework. And the push framework is going to start off with following your natural curiosity. As introverts, we are keen observers. Use the natural gift that you have of curiosity to your advantage. And when you do that, you can do that by connecting with strangers, asking them open-ended questions about whatever, okay? And this is what I would hone into when it comes to you asking them questions. One is going to be, what do they care about? If you know for whatever reason that the person that you're connecting with has a family, they care about their family. So you can talk to them about their family. You can ask them different questions about their kids' activities or something to that nature. But again, this is going to be centered around your curiosity. So maybe you've observed something that they have on. Maybe they have a sticker on their car that has a school on it. So then that way you would know, you saw them as you were walking into the event and you notice that sticker. That would let you know that they are a mom and that they have kids or even grandkids that attend a certain school. So you would be able to talk to them about that. Another thing is about what they're sharing. I know I was at an event and one of the folks was sharing that they were an engineer. I'm an engineer. So that was something that I could instantly talk to them about. And I knew that we had a commonality and I can make a connection that way. So I started asking them different questions about, what kind of engineer they were and where did they work, that kind of thing, to build the connection, to get to know the person that much better as a result of what they were sharing. Another thing is what they were wearing. I was just at the doctor's office a couple of days ago, and the nurse had on a pair of animal print tennis shoes and an animal print wristband for her iWatch. I love animal print. So the first thing that I saw, I was like, oh girl, I see you rocking your animal print today. What kind of shoes are those that you have on? Because I would love to have some shoes like that. She told me, and it was because I observed that she had animal print on. I knew that was something that I could truly connect with her because I'm a lover of animal print too. And because of that connection, we could definitely have a conversation about something that we both genuinely cared about. So when it comes to interacting with people, you want to make sure that you are observant. Use your natural innate gifts, girlfriend, of curiosity and being a keen observer to really connect and build that relationship with others at the networking event or even in a virtual thing, depending on what their background or what something that they have on that gives you more information about, okay? So when you do this, in an effort to make this work, you want to track your activity. This is something that you're going to kind of put yourself out there. You can take those baby steps. I'm giving you this process of act. So maybe the first day you do it, you just smile or you talk to somebody, and then you gradually go through the process that you're going to act. And you know that when you do something new outside of your comfort zone, that you're going to suck. And it's okay to suck because that's what's going to really help you determine what you need to do in the future. And as you continue to do it, you're going to tweak your process and then you're going to repeat it and do it all over again. So it's a closed loop of you're going to act, you're going to suck, you're going to tweak, and then you're going to do it again. And keep doing that over and over again. And of course, the more you do it, the better you get at it. And you'll be so surprised how many people that you're actually interact with, and that these little dates that you're having with people are going to build into a great network of folks that are going to help you thrive and that you can interact with and share memories with and build your businesses together as a result of you pushing outside of your comfort zone. So just keep that in mind. when you're interacting with folks. Now, the next and final step I wanted to talk to you about is the pause. And there is a cause for the pause. And the cause for the pause is to make sure that you have the energy that you need to interact with others. Because as introverts, we drain what we call our social battery when we interact with people. And then we recharge when we're in solitude. And oftentimes, what are we doing in solitude? We're reflecting. We're inside of our head because we live our lives from the inside out. So we want to make sure that we take the necessary time to recharge ourselves in between our social activities. So how can we do that? First and foremost, we got to take breaks, okay? We can't be out networking for hours and hours at a time. One of the things that I like to do, even in my social calendar as a business owner, is I put 15-minute breaks in between each meeting. This gives me time to get up and move and walk around and just kind of reflect on what I just talk to that person about. So I then can prepare and close that chapter of that conversation and move on to the next meeting that I'm about to go into. So think about your calendar. Are you taking that time out to actually give yourself a chance to pause and reflect, to write some key things down, and then be able to be more prepared for the next meeting? You definitely need to do that as an introvert. Now, if you were at an in-person event, I would highly, highly recommend that after you do a conversation, if you need to go to the restroom or go get some water or something like that, that's going to allow you, again, to be by yourself, to get that moment of recharge so you can go out and talk to the next person. I would highly, highly recommend you do that as well. Being sure that you know how many people that you're going to connect with, and to be able to gauge if you're doing that while you're there, to hold yourself accountable. Maybe talk to another accountability partner going in and letting her know, hey, today when I go to this networking event, I'm planning to meet at least 3 people, and how you're going to strategically plan and time yourself to be able to have the energy to go around and meet those 3 people. And then last but definitely not least, because I know that many of you do this, is that you don't want to just talk to one person while you're there. You want to make sure that you do maybe talk to 2 or 3 people, maybe even 4 if you have the energy to do it. But it's really going to be up to you and your energy level that you're able to take that time out, because the whole point of the networking event is to network, right? So make it a point to make that time, get the information that you need, and know that you don't have to spend all of your time talking to that one person, that you can set up a meeting or a coffee to continue to connect with the person, because that's our happy place as well, one-on-one type of interactions. So set that time up on your calendar to be able to meet and greet with that person after you're done. So think about the other social activities that you have on your calendar. You know, as many of us are moms, so you want to make sure that you have your family activities, your church activities, your business activities, and your community activities on your calendar, so you can space them accordingly based on what you got going on, so you don't drain yourself when it comes to socializing, because there is what's called introvert hangover, and it's real. And if you don't properly prepare your events or plan your events on giving yourself that time to recharge, you can get what's called a hangover, and you're not going to be your best self when you're out and about. So, plan your stuff out to help yourself to really be able to be prepared and be the best version of yourself when you're out and about when it comes to networking. So I'm hoping that this was a benefit to you today, or with the information I shared. Just really quickly wanted to go over the information and the steps that I shared. First, you want to prepare. Make sure that you're preparing for the event. Determine how many people you want to meet. Have your one-liner actually ready to go, that you have practiced and can say it without fail. And then be able to know who you're looking for when you get there. Secondly, you want to step out of your comfort zone and use your natural curiosity to meet people, to see them where they are, based on what they're wearing, based on what they have maybe shared with you, and based on what they care about when you're interacting. And this is going to take time for you to get used to it, but you can gradually practice to help you do better when it comes to networking. And then last but definitely not least, you got to have time to pause. You got to have that time to recharge and have that in your schedule before you attend a whole bunch of events. So you can really take the time to recharge and be your best self at these events, and not come and say you're not going because you're not up to it. But if you space the events out with your family events and your business events, as well as your community events out, you can be your best self when you get there. Okay. I hope this was a blessing to you. And thanks again for watching. Bye for now.